could you fix this stuff up for us?
Yikes, you must have seen some real action. Don't worry, I've got it taken care of. So what happened?
Huh?
You all look so happy, especially Mia.
Oh, well, yeah.
What is she doing here?
Please, Jack. You have to save Jack.
She's about to frenzy!
Let's take her to the back. We can shoot her there. How do you feel?
I apologize for barging in like that.
What's going on exactly?
Do you know about the cavern underneath the cathedral? We were attacked there. Jack lured them away so that I could...
Slow down.
Attacked? Wait, what were you doing down there in the first place?
Our mission is the preservation of the successors and their relics. It is not a new phenomenon for successors to go into a frenzy. There has always been a need for someone to monitor them and to stop them if they ever begin to turn. A successor acts as a vessel for a relic, in both body and will. If that vessel breaks, it has to be replaced. That's why.
That's why you were hunting for revenants?
We considered every possible option. We truly did. But in the end, that was the only one that would work. I know it's no excuse for what we've done, even if it was the only way. That is simply a burden I will have to live with. I will always carry them with me. I will never forget the faces and dreams of those who stepped forward to keep the relics safe.
I suppose it really can't be all that easy to find a replacement vessel.
That's why we're here, to keep a constant eye on the condition of the other successors.
Wait, you guys are successors too?
Jack watches the successors for signs of frenzy, while I act as a temporary replacement until we can find someone suitable. My voice has the power to stave off frenzy, for a time at least.
A temporary vessel. I think I'm beginning to see.
There's a successor resting in a crypt under the cathedral. We were traveling through the tunnels down there to check on them. I know I have no right to ask you for help, but...
It's all right. You rest here for now. We'll rescue Jack. I promise. Actually, I have a question. The successor whose crypt is under the cathedral, do you know who they are?
I do. In addition to a number of other scientific endeavors, he was involved in Revenant research and an integral part of Project Queen. I believe you may have heard of him.
Nito.
Juzo Nito.
Did you say Mito?
You know him?
Yeah. He sold us out. Me and my entire family.
Well, where was supposed to go next? Oh, right, basement. Well, first and foremost, what do we want to do? I know what I want to do.
I've got new weapons.
What does she have?
Buying something?
Does she have anything new? Crimson Longsword might be new? No, it's probably the machete, actually, that's new. Blood Veils. So, Hedgehog Coats. Adds a lot of weight. Defense, balance. I don't really know if it's that useful.
Make sure
Okay. So I want to switch from this. I'm not really using guns. So I should probably use something else. Because I was using the Queenslayer hammer for a while. But there's the Juggernaut, which is just a better version. What was the Obliterator axe? People said this was pretty good. I know there's the Blanched Greatsword. I don't know if it's any better. Its drain rating is pretty... no, its drain rating is identical. Actually, you know what? Let's just use the Onibane. Duh. Okay, so do any of these, if I put them on... Venice Claw. Bad defense, though. Otherwise, I could go GXM variant and just go... Tank Man? There's also the Winter Mantle. Because this has the highest durability by far. Do any of these increase my mobility? Not really. I guess it makes sense that I would be over-encumbered constantly. Atlas does increase my defense. Like, one option is... I could just stop leveling up blood codes for a while. No, we gotta finish with Queenslayer at the very least. I'm surprised they keep giving us a lot of ranged-related and light-related classes. I've only seen two that are actually, like, really heavy. Oh, high endurance and total weight. So I guess that would be this one. Atlas is rough because that Iker limit, though. I don't know. One way or another. We do want to transform weapon.
Which weapon do you want to transform?
We're going to transform this one. Not into Devour. Fortification. Fortification needs Atlas. Atlas Chrome. Looks like it does actually increase the damage as well.
Make sure you got everything before you go out.
Sup? Nope, not sit. Damn it. God, I look so brooding when I'm sitting. That is a weird camera angle. How do I get back up? Thank you.
I told you I was looking in person. I never heard from them after I never would have guessed they were hiding in one of the Queen's experiments.
Okay, so we want to exchange, receive items. How much does he have? Enough. Atlas Chrome.
A Find some. Make sure you're ready for whatever comes.
Because yeah, I'm gonna upgrade my Zweihander. This apparently will make it do more damage.
weapon do you want to
It's going to
transform?
be slower and heavier, but you know what? That's okay. I just like this Zweihander.
Make sure you've got it.
But yeah, 100% block on everything except for elements. Pricey business. Let's see. Weapon train rating. Let's just do that. I'm just gonna go all in on big. At least for a little while.
If you want,
And we want to upgrade
which
Blood
blood veil
Veil.
do you want to upgrade?
This one? I should probably
Make
have
sure
paid
you got it.
attention to see what this one looks like. But whatever. Okay. Yeah, except for unblockables. Forgot about those. No, I didn't. There's just... They're unblockables. Can't block those.
This is all we've got for available
That's obvious.
routes.
Okay, so we killed those, so we have Cliffs of Rust,
Don't be
Rust and
overeager.
Swirling Flood.
Come back immediately.
All in on big. Must. Durable. Oh, no. Well, at least we're not bogged down here. I'm fine with this coat. Alright, Altorial, you are good to join. I'm gonna just start tanking my way through things.
I'll keep you safe. Lost nearby.
Sup, chump? Admittedly, I do wish that there was some kind of indication as to what was an unblockable.
What?
I have no idea what happened there, but that's okay. Ow. Well, I do tons of damage now, which is kind of nice. And yeah, at some point I'll switch over to Atlas
We haven't been
and
noticed.
hopefully block more. Might want to look into seeing if there... Oh, there was an item I missed there. Whatever. We'll get it later. Anything back around here?
This looks difficult.
Well, mini-boss is this way. I'm going for it. Might as well turn on the map anyway. Make it easier to grab. Oh!
Just keep at it a little longer.
Oh, this is goofy. Yeah, one thing I haven't been doing specifically is chucking on equipment that is particularly defensive. I've just been rolling light. But maybe what I should have been doing was going heavy. Like, it's like once I finish off my Queenslayer Bloodcoat, there's a very real possibility I might just chuck on Atlas and then just be boring for a while. Gain a bunch of levels and then at some point figure out what's required to maybe not gain levels. I'll probably just keep buying things. Hell if I know. It's a condensed lost shard. I have... Well, I guess I had a bunch of those. Not so much anymore. Oh, is this only a 2-branch? That's kind of nice. Sup, nerd? Ow. Too slow. It's fine.
We can certainly use this.
Certainly feels like I take less damage with this armor on, so I'm gonna say I've made somewhat correct decisions here. I always kind of second guess myself a little bit with things. It's like, is it worth mixing things up? Did the ball die? Ball died. Okay.
Hey, Naomi.
We found some.
My camera just decided to absorb it.
How'd the hunt for the thief
Or
go?
vice versa, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. It's always worth testing stuff out. True, but it's expensive. And it's one of those where it's like, I keep seeing, Altorial just, like, turbo nuke something to death at far range, and I'm like, maybe I should rethink what I'm doing. But then I realized that, like, old dog, new tricks. Sometimes it's nice to just run around with an ultra greatsword just hamboing things in the face. It's also a lot faster to block in this game than it is to roll, I think? Question mark? It's just not always worth it. I mean, it's never worth it. It's not always worth it for both. Still. Impaler Fire. Hey, Master Gifts. Well, this is working out. Okay, so that was unblockable. Yeah, one thing these games need with unblockable attacks, at least as far as I'm concerned, Sekiro unblockable attacks were so obvious, and they always had, like, a counter. Either you dodged by jumping? I think I already got this, yeah? Let's try again. Either you dodged by, like, jumping over the attack, or you'd, like, stomp on it, or there was, like, a bunch of different ways that you could parry. And
I'll be there soon.
I haven't really seen that in any other Souls-like, and it's a bit of a shame, because the information you were given was so necessary. And so convenient. Because it didn't make it easy. In fact, it almost made it... no, it didn't make it harder. It was never easier as a result of the extra information you were given, but it never felt unfair, just hard. Maybe Elden Ring will have that. Maybe. I'm looking forward to that just because, like, the more this genre grows, the more interesting games we get. And, like, sure, not all of them are going to be good, but, like, so many of them are at least halfway decent. Okay, where are we going? We're going this way. I guess we can just pop it open. I really like those mid-bosses just giving me extra healing items. I kind of wish it actually worked accordingly in this one. Okay, there it is. Buffs incoming. Is there anything that increases the length? Oh.
Leave this to me.
Ow. Time for wombo combo. Okay, I'm out of stamina. Nice spin. Want to see mine? Ow. Spin to win. I certainly feel a lot more durable now, which is good. It was very good. Let's see. Oh, do I have to go back out to what's-his-face to pick the next one? Alright, whatever. Let's see. Anything that increases length walks up to stripper pole boss. I'm sorry. Increases the duration of, like, buffs. Because I've never actually checked that. Blood Code Estrella? Because, yeah, it would be nice if I could actually get some of my support buffs to actually last longer. Also, question, can I have multiple of the damage buffs running at once? Or no? Okay, so if I can have multiple going, switch that there. In that case, let's get rid of Vivification. I barely use it. It's probably not worth it for me. Let's see, Venom, Lightning, Slow, Warding, Numbing. Be nice if there was one of these that just increases stagger damage. That probably also exists, but it's somewhere else. But yeah, I had a bunch of people telling me that you couldn't, so I stopped doing it, but I guess they were just wrong. Guess while we're here, acquire inherit gifts. Hey, probably work on Fione's. I should probably grab this while we're here. Meant Bridge to Glory and then Adrenaline. No, I was just thinking, like... Let's see. Okay, so some of these are kind of expensive. I don't really use hammers. Though it might be worth getting a hammer that I like. Now, have I finished... Breaker entirely? No, we're still waiting on Circulating Pulse. Right, because I de-equipped it like a dumbass. Yeah, I'm just going to re-equip it for a second. Should be able to get it.
Like
Would you recommend Code Vein to an absolute Souls-like noob that hasn't played a single Souls-like? Yeah,
I'll lead
actually.
the way. Just tell me where we're going. It's unexplored territory from here on.
So... The Companion is a hard carry. It's one of those where this is the only Souls-like where you get a consistent companion that is just about as powerful as you are in a lot of cases. Which makes an absolute massive difference when it comes to these things.
Let's make it another good day.
Like, having an AI you can just rely on consistently is, like, hard
Lost nearby. Stay
to understate. And, like, you can kind of pick your flavor, too. Do you want the guy that can just kind of tank and solo things for you? Do you want the healer support chick? Do you want the kind of all-rounder dude? I kind of wish there were more of them. But yeah, I would recommend this game if you've never played a Souls-like before. It's going to feel weird and it's going to feel different going from one to the next. Oh, right. I'm sorry, Altorial. You're probably waiting for this. And I'm being dumb. Get buffed! I'm gonna fight these guys first, then I'll turn on the map.
What? You're looking good.
Holy crap, she's just rolling this guy. I did jack shit there, but cool. But yeah, so honestly, I would say this is the kind of game that, like, if you're unsure about it, picking it up for $20-$30 is probably very safe. Because you're probably going to get at least $20-$30 worth of fun out of it. And it's one of those that if you pick it up on PC... there's enough cheats that you could probably just turn on, like, infinite stamina and a couple of, like... So, I know people always get, like, meh at me when I talk about cheating, but, like, I'm a huge proponent of it if it makes a game more fun. I'm going to want to get a different colored variant of this at some point. Probably between sessions. But, like, I got into Dark Souls originally back in college, and I thought... in college or, like, immediately post-college. But I thought it was kind of dumb. I hated the stamina management. It wasn't a very fun, you know, action RPG. And, you know, I'd gone from, I think, playing Darksiders to Demon Souls, which I completely bounced off of, like I got killed immediately. Darksiders to Demon Souls to Dark Souls 1 properly. Have I not activated this? I never activated this. I was wondering about that.
It's wise to be prepared.
And the thing that actually got me to like Dark Souls was actually just giving myself infinite stamina. And I don't play with infinite stamina anymore, but it really helped me acclimate to how these games work. And, you know, I didn't have to worry about stamina management. And since I generally use, like, big weapons, it was less of a just run up an R1 spam forever. It was more of a, I just don't have to worry about blocking and dodging and so on and so forth.
There's something valuable inside.
And so, like, if you are unfamiliar with these games, and if you're having trouble, like, getting into them, try it with cheats at least for a little while to get used to the tempo. Because I think it's the tempo, truly, that makes Dark Souls click or not click with people. If you can get into the slower, more, like, methodical rhythm of everything, then I think it'll click faster than if you try and go into it, like, cold. But if you want to try and go into it cold and actually, like, really learn the process, then more power to you. I just know there's a lot of people that, like, say, like, I don't like Dark Souls. Did I get him? I, like, clipped his ear and he died.
It's wise to be prepared. We really did it. We have no choice.
Boss is already dead. You don't really like the fast-paced stuff that much. Prefer slow, methodical, and possibly overanalyzing the situation. Yeah, so in that case, this game's not half bad. Some of the bosses can be a little bit quick. Dark Souls 1 is arguably probably the slowest out of all of them. Or Lords of the Fallen, but Lords of the Fallen is real buggy. So, kind of mixed bag on that one. Lords of the Fallen, actually, I think is one of the first Souls-likes I ever finished. It's definitely the first actual Souls-like that I finished. Interestingly enough, that's actually one of the only ones I haven't put on YouTube. I still have the footage. I might just put it up. Maybe?
Look at that.
I gotta figure out what my schedule is going to look like while I'm gone. Because I've got an unreleased Vampire the Masquerade series. But I don't know if it's gonna get, like, copyright taken down or just ID matched. Because if it gets ID matched, I can live with it. But if it gets taken down or, like, blocked, then that's more of a problem.
Heading there now.
I mean, otherwise I could just load it up at some point, just as kind of a goof. And just solo it again with, or without Shell. Because we tried to beat it. I think we might have beaten it in like 2 nights or something like that, and we were tired and grumpy. And so, like, by the time the last boss showed up, it was just like, eh. Because the last boss was stupid in that game, but I don't know. I just remember that one had a slower pacing, so, like, might be an easier tempo to get into. I think you could also, like, kind of RPG bypass a lot, too.
Sorry, I was looking at something. Don't let them surround you.
Boss for days. Boss for everyone. I am Man Chopper. Holy crap.
This is not a good time to fall.
Ow. I'm not even sure who hit me. Oh, that guy's still alive. Okay, and we get a condensed lost shard. I kind of wish the
Let's continue then.
invasions would get you something a little bit more exciting.
It's hidden in
But
there.
whatever. We'll always have the dancing werewolf. That was such a dumb moment. I loved it. That was like the best ending too. Like all the other endings were just boring.
I'll
Turn
make
on the
good
fire.
use of this. Keep at it a little longer. It's okay.
There we go. Just dodge the hits and they're all dead. Hey, don't forget to use your RV mastery. I think I actually have a couple of these. Gift blood buff. Stun shot. And lightning buff. I think those are just the ones that are like when you're focused or low on health or something. I don't really remember.
Did you find
But yeah, I'll
something
definitely
good?
be putting up Vampire the Masquerade while I'm gone. My problem is, I'm effectively going to have a whole, like, week and a half. No, I think it's just 10 days. Yeah, I guess that's a week and a half
Heading there now.
without Shell. Because she's going home early. Because I'm just going straight to Boston. And she's going to be going back to New York to visit her family. Which means, yeah, I'm just going to have 10 days of sitting around playing video games. Which means I'm probably going to have actually a pretty consistent, like a pretty massive backlog.
Shall we try opening it?
Going into, who is it now? Probably should have done this once I was inside.
I sense danger is lost around.
Have I fought this guy? Ow.
Keep at it a little longer.
I don't know if I fought that. Oh, no, we have definitely fought this guy. Wait, is he just like infinite summoning guys and can't be hurt?
You really did it.
What was with that spinning? You did at the mountain. Absolutely blanking on when I fought this. Oh, he was where the ice boss. Wait, but I thought he had like a golden. Oh, he had a golden glaive, but he split it in half into two different weapons. That's what it was. He was such a non-boss that easy for me to forget. Okay, so we want to go to the outer crossroads. You missed it, but we almost nuked the guy down before he fused his daggers. Yeah.
Greetings. Oh, you brought back some materials. I hate to say it, but I might have sent you to the wrong area. Would you mind if I reassessed my information and asked you again? But first, I'd like to thank you for what you did bring back.
How do you like
I'm just kind of
exploring?
skipping his because he's
Timing.
just
I think
saying.
you'll whenever I touch
maps.
materials from the great collapse, but the spirit of that old will take back the...
Okay, so I think he just gave us a new map
I can
key.
relax both my mind and body here.
So he was fusing his daggers. That's why he was so tanky at the end. Okay, yeah. I was just super confused. So it's like, what is he doing? Is this like some kind of weird summon thing? Because he's like almost dead. Why even bother? But that makes sense. Okay, another map.
I feel I'll lead
Into
the
the
way.
depths.
Just tell me where we're going.
Nope, we don't have a new map, so we might have to make a little bit of progress. Maybe? Or maybe I have to leave the area and come back. That's probably more likely. And works fine for me. Yep, there it is. I was wondering about that.
Greeting. The information this time is correct, but I can't go in there. I don't want to put you in
In the
danger, so
depths.
please, I'm back.
Into the depths. Silent white. And let's wreck his face. I don't know. I just generally really like Souls-likes. I do really wish they'd bring back the Metroidvania design a little bit better again. Because there was something really charming about the first half of Dark Souls 1, when all of the areas were, like, interconnected, and, like, you would just, like, go through a door, and, like, I mean, if you had the Master Key, you could straight up get down to Havel, and I think even the Hydra, almost immediately, which was insane.
I'll be with you.
But really cool, and not something I've really seen before. In another game. In, like, another 3D game. I kind of got that from, Darksiders 3. Which I really liked for that. Like, Darksiders 3 was a damn good game. Marred by... it wasn't even marred by too much. It wasn't balanced well. And so they fixed it up.
How do you like exploring with
Pick
me?
anything up. EO, put on some clothing, for Christ's sakes.
Look at that.
It's so cold here.
Something below us.
Oh, right. I've maxed my class, so I can switch. Whoops. We can switch over to Fionn. Okay, give me a second to just grab
Please
some
don't
of my
do anything
moves.
you might regret.
Grave Knocker is new. I know that. Let's see. Fiction Spike. Oh. I guess I might as well just do that ice shot. Where did it go? Dang it. Oh, there it is. Okay, what else am I missing? Frost Weapon, Crushing Might. There it is. Makes it easier to break their guard. Let's switch out Conviction Spike for... honestly, probably Cleansing Light. Anything else? No. Probably actually grab these items.
Did you find something good?
Sorry about that. I'm just trying to max as many of these classes as possible before we go too far. Was there anything else back here? Yes.
We
I
found
wanna know who
something
she is,
valuable
Oh,
today.
Scout Vestige. Okay.
It's wise to be prepared. Give all you've got.
Well, that didn't do much. I don't know if that shockwave is at all useful. I'm gonna have to... Jury's out, gonna have to keep testing. Oh, right. I moved Dragon Lunge there. I guess I do have room for probably just Adrenaline. I know some of the other ones are really good, but Adrenaline's the only one with, like, any duration from what I've noticed.
I'll be there soon. What is that?
RV Mastery. I know it's supposed to be like Blood Mastery or whatever. But every time I see RV Mastery, I just think my character's getting better driving mobile homes. Has anybody ever been on a trip in an RV? Because I know we were like hiking yesterday. We were out hiking. And we were driving like
Enemy
from one
spotted.
destination
Be
to the
careful.
next.
There's a lot of them.
And there was an RV that was tailgating us. And it was freaking bigger than a school bus. And, like, it made me think about, like, an RV. Because, as a kid, we had a pair of neighbors that lived across the street from us, at least for the first couple of years that we lived in New Mexico. And they had one of those monster RVs that, yeah, you could sleep, shower, cook, everything in. And I like, fantasized about going on a trip. And now, like, that I'm older and kind of... I wouldn't say I have less time, necessarily. But I just... Now, can I break these? I can. Bad dog. Bad dog. I'm not going to hit said dog. Okay. But yeah, now that I'm older, I'm just like, why would anybody, like, use one of those? Like, I could see it being fun for a little while, but I'd want, like, some space. I can only imagine that they're very expensive to, like, drive around, too. Stagger him! Ow, didn't get it. Ow. That hurt. I'm just gonna keep blocking. Ow.
Your kindness will be rewarded.
Because he doesn't seem to be taking any damage from my hits. Maybe because no, I didn't use ice swords, so I don't really know. It doesn't matter. Those brutes are hurty. At least he didn't have any ads that I saw. That's kind of a plus. Anything we missed? Nope. Holy shit, this map is huge. I wonder how many other depths are particularly large. I guess we'll find out.